I said up is where I wanna go.
This is Season 3, Episode 46.
Feel free to be me.
Welcome to A Free Spirit Life, the podcast where you discover who you truly are and how to find the courage, the clarity, and direction to be that in the world. Now more than ever before, we are being called to let go of the conditioning, the old patterns and habits, the behaviors and thoughts that prevent us from being our most authentic selves, so that we can return to what matters most in life, remember our inner beauty, and reconnect to our inner strength, power, and soul's purpose, so that we can feel happier and healthier and experience true abundance in life. Because when you feel in alignment with who you are, you feel more energized and you feel more in love and enthusiastic about your life. And that makes you want to share your gifts. And we need your energy and gifts. When you are authentic, you are free. This is episode 46, and I'm Shannon Kinney-Duh, founder and host of the show. Thanks for being here. In today's episode, I am returning from a very long break. 2020, you guys, I don't need to say anymore. I don't think any of us need to say anymore except those numbers, 2020. I took a break last December, and my last episode, 45, you'll see, is all about following your heart. And man, I have done that over this past year. Some of it forced upon me, as so many of us have, in such turmoil and change going on in the world. And so in this episode today, I just want to give you a brief synopsis of what I've been up to and some of the great shows that you'll see to come. Some of you know me, some of you are brand new. And so let me just share, I am a holistic life coach and a meditation and yoga teacher and a Reiki master and most recently a human design specialist. So all of that into one makes me, I'd say, a spiritual guide, if we're going to have a title, a lover of life, an explorer of life for sure. And I have been empowering women to rediscover their truest selves for the last 20 years. And I am now an official homeschooling mom to 3 boys. I have a first grader, a fourth grader, and a middle schooler. Oh my God, he's in 7th grade. Those of you who've taken online courses with me, I think I started teaching online when he was 2, so it's been a while. And we're all growing up together. We're all aging, aren't we? And it's okay. It's all good because we are on a mission. We are on a path dedicated to rediscovering who we truly are. Because I don't know about you, but if you're listening to these words and they resonate at all with you, I'm assuming you feel the same. Life is so short. Life is zooming by. And do we want to live our only time here on earth as this human being, living under someone else's rules, living under someone else's ideas of who we should be, trying to compare ourselves and keep up with everyone else? Or do we want to discover and uncover and reconnect and explore who we actually are? And I have to say, after 20 years of exploring who I am, I have just found a whole new layer, and I think we always will. That's really when you have an open mindset and a growth mindset and one that is an explorer of life. You will constantly be finding new things about who you are, about the people you live with, about your past, and about where your life is headed. So just 6 or so months ago, my life was completely different. For so many of us, you know that I'm calling it BC, before COVID. And I was on this trajectory of sold out full retreats. I was doing in-person Reiki sessions at a beautiful studio. I was enjoying the quiet time with my kids, all of them in school because my youngest started kindergarten. It was just motoring along. I had in my mind that this was just going to be a great and expansive year. And it has been actually just not anything what I thought it was going to be. So my husband was put on furlough. We had to pare back. I let go of the Reiki room. I canceled all of my retreats. My kids were home 24/7. My husband was home. And we all, like all of us, have had to adapt to a whole new way of life. And we can't even say it's AC after COVID, right? It's still during. We're experiencing massive amounts of adaptation each and every day, really. And, in the beginning, I thought my career was over. I thought my life was over. And, it's far from it, but it's different, definitely different than what I had envisioned. And so the short version of the story is my husband did get his job back, and we have really learned to love being together so much of the time. We gave digital schooling a good try and have decided to homeschool officially. And we're calling it alternative school, but it's still us, off the grid, so to speak, with the education system. And, I am someone who loves school. I won't say that I'm, huge love of public school, but the system, I should say. But I have really learned to roll with it. I was part of many different groups with our school. We started a Harry Potter club. So it felt very foreign and strange to cut ties. And in a way, I felt like I was leaving the mothership and setting out at sea all by myself. And, I know that I'm not alone in that. There's so many of us who are homeschooling for the first time or doing digital schooling, where you're more involved with your children's education, or you lost a job, or you're taking on a whole new career. Lots of adaptation going on for all of us. And with that adaptation, with change, does come beauty, right? There is something that happens even when it's scary. Even if you don't know it yet, even if you can't see the beauty yet, most of the people I've talked to have at least one thing that they can say that during this experience of 2020, there has been some silver linings. There has been some beautiful things coming from it, whether it's just more time with your family, enjoying less time worrying about your makeup or your jewelry or the heels that you're going to wear or the shoes. I mean, I go from running shoes to flip-flops. I can't even remember the last time I wore a really nice pair of shoes during all of this. So there are some benefits to what we're going through right now through change. One of the things that I have found, or it really found me this year, is human design. And you're going to hear me talking about it often because I'm, one, completely obsessed. Two, it has changed my life. And three, I feel for the first time in a lot of ways, I am really returning to my true nature and embracing what makes me different and really getting a better understanding of why I have had those feelings, what I lost touch with, and how I can apply this beautiful modality of human design to my parenting, how it helps me with my kids, knowing their different learning styles, how it's helped me with my family members, my spouse, my friends, and how it's helped me with the people I work with. This is so powerful. And I'm really excited to share with you because when my friend asked me, do you want me to do a human design reading for you? I was like, okay. And then I had to quickly Google, what is human design? And I knew nothing about it. And after she did my reading, I have to say, I didn't really quite understand. It didn't resonate as much with me. I'm like, what? I'm a manifester? I don't really get it. And it was a lot to take in at first. And then when I started reading more and letting it soak in, I was like, oh my God, this is so speaking my language. And this is really what I've been in training for. I'm not kidding you, for the last 20 years. I mean, 18 years ago, I became a hatha yoga teacher and I would teach postures, asana, it's called, yoga poses in class. I loved it. And I had many students that would stay after class, and I was doing a lot of one on one coaching before I even knew it. Um, then that led to my holistic life coaching career, and it led to my creativity coaching and all of my self-discovery and online work, which led to retreats, which led to Reiki, which led me to human design. I have loved astrology so much in my early days of yoga training, where I learned that astrology is the sister science to yoga. And then I learned about the chakras, the energy systems, which I am so in love with. And so, why I love human design so much is it's really a synthesis of the things that I've loved for so many years and have studied and practiced. One, Eastern and Western astrology. Two, the Hindu chakra system. Three, the Kabbalah tree of life. And four, the Chinese I Ching. The human design modality has combined all of those, which are tools for self-discovery. And these have been around for thousands of years. And they help us understand our true nature. Well, these are now all synthesized into one modality, also using what we're learning now about quantum physics, what we're learning about energy and the universe and where we've come from and how the alignment of the planets have affected who we are from the moment we are born. And so I will share more in my next episode, more specifically about human design and some of the energy types and how you can learn about your own energy type. And you will be blown away. And if you're not blown away, that's cool. Maybe it doesn't speak to you. If you are blown away, I would love to hear from you. I want to know, what do you know about human design? What is your energy type if you know it? And what do you want to learn about it? Because the thing that I have found is that instantly, when you learn about your energy type, you will start to get tools on how to use what's called your strategy and your authority, on how to use those starting the moment you learn them. Now, this is a practice. It's not a overnight, switch that happens where you just all of a sudden are different. But there is something that I feel it's a faster modality than I've ever experienced. I love meditation. I love intuitive writing and creative journaling. I love yoga. I love so many different modalities, and I think they're all beautiful and needed to learn how to get in tune with our intuition, to connect with our body, to get out of our head. All of those are so important. And this practice of looking at your energy blueprint and learning about your astrology map really affirms and validates so much of what you've known about yourself, but sometimes it's even secretly what you've known inside, where human design gives you the validation to say, oh my God, I've always known that about myself, but I thought that was too weird, or I always kept that part of myself hidden, or it wasn't accepted in my family or my society or culture or whatever, right? And so I want you to stay open, and I want you, if you're hearing this for the first time, like when I heard it for the first time, and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds interesting. I want you to pay attention. I want you to learn more about it. I want you to discover your energy type, because you will find that not only does it help you make better decisions, it will help you heal, recover, or even prevent burning out. I am so fascinated with energy. And you know we can't do anything when we don't have energy. And if you are anything like me, your plate, oh my God, your plates are so full, whether it's with work or caring for others or caring for your home or expectations from family or caring for an elderly parent or whatever it is that you're doing, activism, helping our world become a better place. It's all intense. It's all a lot. And so my mission with returning to the podcast and returning to the work that I love to do so much is to help you rediscover your energy blueprint, to help you realign with your truest self and your soul's purpose. Because when we're living out of alignment, we know it. We feel the resistance in life. We feel the depletion. We feel the energy leaks. We feel drained, overwhelmed, which eventually leads to frying our circuits, really frying out or burning out. And for so many of us, that's been 2020. Some of you have felt inspired, energized, and have let go of the old. But for a lot of us, we have felt, how much more can we take? On the brink, maxed out. And so I am all about helping you find what's working and eliminating what isn't, reconnecting to your truest nature and self so that you can feel better, experience more prosperity, abundance, energy, flow, ease, joy, happiness, health, wellness. Because when you feel better, everyone in your circle feels better. There is a ripple effect and you resonate that higher vibration. And we need to raise our vibrations. That is for sure, right? I know you know this. So let's work together to raise our vibrations, to spark our creativity, to look at life in a new, fresh way, to open our minds, to open our hearts, to be open to adapting, but not just struggling, right? But adapting to this new way of life that is more whole, grounded, rooted, powerful, and connected to your truth, connected to who you are, so you can be that in the world. Life is short, life is fleeting, life is fast. However, we can slow it down, we can feel better, and we can feel more in love with each day. Little by little, practice by practice, breath by breath. So if you're like, oh my God, I can't wait till next week, Shannon, I want to know more about human design. Okay, first of all, if you're not already a member of a Free Spirit Life group on Facebook, go find it. Just look up groups, type in A Free Spirit Life. You'll find our private community. There's about 1,800 of us and growing. And we'll talk more about human design. You can also look at my past live videos for some information, just to learn more about me. And then stay tuned for episode 47. I'm going to share way more detail about what is human design and the energy types and how you can find out yours. And you can also go to my website to learn more, afreespiritlife.com. Click on one-on-one sessions, and I have some details there about what it is, what my readings are. I will be announcing next week a workshop that is coming up in November, and I would love for you to join me. And it is all about human design. What is your energy type and why it matters? And I will teach you in this really great 2-hour workshop why this is so magical, how it's changed my life, and how it's going to change yours. Okay, so I think that's it for now. I really just wanted to get my voice back out onto the podcast. Sometimes when we're feeling hesitation or resistance, we just need movement. And that means I just had to record. I have to get this first one over with. It's been far, far too long. If you are excited about the upcoming shows or you love this podcast, you've listened to the past episodes, I would love if you could take time to leave a review on iTunes. It will help me get more followers and help get the word out about A Free Spirit Life, and I would be forever grateful. So thank you so much for doing that, and I am so excited to be back. Thanks for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye.
From my eyes, and I can find